He loved process, and that's probably what engages that whole thing about the theatre of bronze casting. It is a dramatic process. Barry's enjoyment of the alchemy and the theatre of it all is, if you look at pouring the metal, it's still dramatic, it's still primitive, and there's some sort of beauty in that.
Theatrical arts were part of Barry Flanagan's life right from the very beginning. He was born into a family that were heavily involved in theatre. His uncle was a high wire artist in the circus, so circus and performance was always there. The hairs perform in Flanagan sculptures. They have this ability to take on anthropomorphic characteristics, and it's being captured in this moment of movement in bronze. It's an extraordinary symbiotic relationship between gravity and grace.
Watching him work, it was so intense, but one of the most fascinating things I remember of watching someone make a sculpture, he modelled it in like 3 or 4 hours. If you look closely at some of the things that he's done, there's a physicality and an energy in mark making, and it's in a lot of his work. If you looked at his drawings and you see the line in it, I would say he could draw like Matisse.
Barry had a studio here from 1979, and he moved into the foundry at around that time.
When I first came here in 1986, there was a grand piano in the corner where my desk was. He had an Aga and a table. He had his own library there with a brass bed. He used to just walk around in his kimono.
He produced work and slept in the same space. He lived and worked there. Working was part of his daily life. He had a very much more open and unseparated relationship with the people with whom he worked, his collaborators at the foundry.
Because Barry always talked about everything as the triangle. He talked about how there's myself, Leslie, the gallery, and then the foundries. And he really understood that.
Over the last 10 years, the consistency of the foundry has carried my practice through the training proved and flourished, the sound complement of talent within some grace and trade.
It's about partnerships, and the best thing you can have with making art is to all be on the same page. I think Barry helped gel that from the early days. Once you've got that partnership, that's the best when you make the best sculpture.